Welcome back, Guardians. Tomorrow is Shadowkeep, and I know you're kicking with joy right now, and yesterday I wanted to make sure that everybody who made the Hunter had the best possible build options for when you're in those underlight stages. So what I did was I dropped my light to around 500 light from 540 adds in a Nightfall, tried all my old builds out, and found out which ones would work the best in underlight stage activities, or the day 1 raid, or your first Nightfall, and I included every build except for one, and that was the sealed Ahamakara grasp. Somebody brought it up in the comment section, asked me if I could build it out for them, and I tried to explain that during the lower light activity that it wasn't really paying off that well. I was meleeing enemies trying to get my reload, and I would end up getting just melted instantly. So I started messing with it more and more and more, and started realizing too, once the nerf happens with the Lunafactions and the wells and the rally barricades, this actually might be a key player inside of a well and even on a solo activity if it's built out right. And that was the goal that I set out to do, was to build this sealed Ahamakara and make it to where it can still withstand lower light activities and keep you alive while you're wrecking. So let's get into it and talk about the stats on this build first. So I had to opt out for the 5-3-7 stat. However, you could get a 4-3-8 if you got the right kind of leg roll for the recovery on your legs. I don't have that option. I had to use distribution, so I had to go with the 5-3-7 option, because I also had to use 3 Paragon mods to make sure that I get my dodge back right on time while trying to play up close and aggressive with the sealed Ahamakara. This is where you can screenshot the build right here, but I had to do the 7 recovery because I never like dropping below a 7. When you're trying to do run and gun style combat, if you're at a 6 or lower, your health just doesn't build back fast enough, and as you're constantly getting shot and staying in on the battle, you don't get any kind of recovery back, and it ends up pushing you out of the fight or killing you if you try to stay in too long. So here's what the dodge time will look like. You do the dodge, you go invisible, it allows you to get your health recovery to start recovering back by the time that you're able to be seen again, and the faster you can get that back, the more of an increase of your survival rate starts to go up. I tried also using perpetual charge, but when I used perpetual charge, the dodge recharge time was 13.5 seconds, but with distribution, it comes back in 12.2 seconds, and it also charges all of your other abilities, and since this is a close range exotic, you have to stay in the battle, so you're going to be dodging around enemies most of the time anyways, so I felt distribution was a better option than perpetual charge for many reasons other than it just being faster for your dodge charge time. I'm going to be using EP Shoddy for the shotgun test in this, but a lot of the time I'm not even using the trench barrel. I'm just pretending that I have on any kind of shotgun, so if you don't like to use the EP and want to use something else, I'm basically just showing you the kind of reload that it has with the sealed Ahamakara, so don't pay attention to me not hitting trench barrel right every time. But you see that I did my dodge, and then it allowed me with the 7 recovery to get my health back, and then I jumped back in the fight, and I already have my dodge ready to go again. So maybe I don't have my melee charged, or maybe I just need my dodge, but either or, by using the gambler's dodge, I can dodge out of the way, go invisible, then throw my smoke to stagger any enemies, and then health recover just a little bit to maintain my health bar. That way if my health gets dropped, I always have that dodge coming back to go invisible to have some kind of escape route every time. We're going to talk about other subclasses that you can use the sealed Ahamakara with as well, but I mainly want to focus on the underlight activities right now and using that top tree to go invisible to show you how you can maintain your survivability while staying in on the battle. So you see right here that I'm having to use the boss melee counter and my health is slowly getting chipped away. So I use the dodge to go invisible, and the distribution also procs and charges towards my other abilities as well. Here's another example using a large machine gun. So I throw the smoke, I throw my grenade, and then I start blasting him with the large machine gun and watch my health as it slowly starts getting chipped away. It's key when you're using this sealed Ahamakara to know when you need to proc your dodge to go invisible so you can start getting out of the way to get your health recovery back. And by using the gambler's dodge, it's able to recharge my smoke, so I throw that, and the smoke damage also procs the sealed Ahamakara, so to reload any weapon that you have in your hand. So getting your melee back quick using those 3 Paragon mods is very vital to get your Gambler's Dodge melee back, start proccing damage, start proccing the sealed Ahamakara, start doing more DPS to bosses, and have your invisibility if you need it using top tree and lower light activities. Let's do another example situation using the smoke damage to proc the sealed Ahamakara. So I do the dodge, I have my melee ready, so I throw it in there, I start doing shots, and you can see the damage allowed it to have 10 shotgun shells in the weapon before I had to do the melee again to proc more bullets to be thrown in it. You see I down him, have my melee charged, so if there's any other bigger targets around, I can do the dodge, proc the gambler's dodge, get the smoke to reload my weapon, or to start drilling it against another bigger target to down them, which we're going to talk about other subclasses next, using the mid-tree corrosive smoke, or the playing with fire knife trick on the mid-tree solar class. If you find you can get away without having to use the invisibility, the mid-tree corrosive smoke on the void class and the mid-tree solar using the playing with fire are the best things to do boss DPS with because they last a lot longer, up to 4 seconds of reload damage. So you can see right here I throw the corrosive smoke against this minotaur, and for 4 seconds my weapon keeps reloading itself. When you accompany it with perks like Surrounded, even though it's getting that nerf, it still is going to do extra bonus damage, and by having 4 seconds of corrosive smoke, making the gun reload over and over, it can turn any normal weapon into an extreme beast by having a much larger magazine. So you can take weapons that reload extremely slow, such as a Jotun, and use it with the Playing with Fire perk to get that extended range on your melees and to get it coming back a lot over and over again. Once you start proccing ×3 Playing with Fire, you can start using some of the most powerful weapons that have extremely slow reloads, and they're faster than having Outlaw. Now let's take Corrosive Smoke and go back and visit Greg using a shotgun. So we do our dodge, start the charge on that. We also get distribution procced. We throw the smoke, and for 4 seconds, I can sit here with any weapon, any shotgun, and just start drilling any target. And I already have my dodge back again, so if there's any more bigger targets, I can proc my Corrosive Smoke again using the Gambler's Dodge, jump back in, and start drilling enemies all over again. And if I wanted to use the EP Shotty, I have that trench barrel damage going along with it. My dodge is back again, so I can keep proccing this over and over again. And that goes back to the importance of getting your dodge back as fast as possible, that 12.2 seconds, maintaining that 7 recovery, so when you're inside the battle, you can remain inside that battle. You got your Gambler's Dodge, so you can keep throwing the Corrosive Smoke to keep proccing the Silda Ahamakaras, and it becomes just a slay fest with any type of slow reloading weapon, or even fast reloading weapons. It doesn't matter. You can use submachine guns with this, or any other type of weapon. And with the nerf happening to Lunafaction wells, or wells in general, if you were to stick 5 Silda Ahamakara hunters inside of a well, you might have some hella DPS going on day 1 of the raid in Shadowkeep, making it the new meta for ball smelting. But that wraps it up for this build tutorial, Guardians. Hopefully you build it out right, get those Paragon mods on there, get your distribution, get your stats set up right, and get this thing in beast mode and ready for some action tomorrow. Shadowkeep is on the way. I can't freaking wait. I'm going to be logged in right on time. Start playing that, start testing everything out. Today's video is sponsored by LifetimeControllers.com, where they allow you to customize your control, get you the best deal online, and a lifetime warranty. But tomorrow, it sets it off. We've been through Forsaken. It's now on to a new chapter of building, a new type of gameplay. We're going to see a more MMO style as Destiny starts growing more in the future. If you want to join the B Squad, I highly appreciate it. It's all you Guardians that have supported this channel since the beginning and has grown it to what it is today, and I still am shooting way more than what we are right now, Guardians. I want to take over. I want to give you all the best PvE content you can get on Destiny 2, or Destiny 3 or 4 or 10. Stay tuned, hit subscribe, and I will see y'all in Shadowkeep on the next video next time.
In space.